once said. It's not the work, it's the stairs. Not long ago, I was talking to Stephen Sondheim about a song that he wrote called I'm Still Here. And in conversation, I mentioned that I had heard women in their 60s sing I'm Still Here. Women in their 50s singing I'm Still Here. A couple of times, women in their 40s singing I'm Still Here. Where have they been? And so I told him, not that he asked me, but I told him that I wouldn't touch that song until I felt justified to sing it. Until I was, 80 years old. That makes sense to me. I'm 80 years old. I'm still here. But you know what? It's such a terrific song. I'm not going to wait 20 years to sing it. What are you laughing at? Good times and bum times, I've seen them all in my dear. Still here. Plush, velvet sometimes, sometimes just pretzels and beer. But I'm here. I've stuffed the dailies in my shoes, strummed ukuleles, sung the blues, seen all my dreams disappear, but I'm here. I've slept in shanties, guest of the WPA, but I'm here. Danced in my scanties, $3 a night was the pay, but I'm here. I've stood on bread lines with the best, watched while the headlines did the rest. In the Depression, was I depressed? Nowhere near. See, I met a big financier, so I'm here. Hello, my name is Elaine Stritch, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm also a diabetic, and I don't enjoy wearing pants. You're currently enjoying the last night of my wildly successful one-woman show, Elaine Stritch at Liberty. I won a Tony for it, and an Emmy, and I can hardly take a compliment. I got a problem, you see. But tonight, folks, be my guest. I've been to Reno. I've been to Beverly Hills. Oh, and I'm here. Reefers and vino and rest cures, religion and pills. And I'm here. Been called a pinko, Connie Tool. Got through it stinko by my pool. I should have gone to an acting school. That seems clear. Still, someone said she's sincere. And so I'm here. Now, some of you might know me from the musical Company. Stephen Sondheim wrote a song for a minute. The Ladies Who Lunch, you know the one. I'll drink to that. Well, I did. Some of you might know me as Jack Donaghy's mom from 30 Rock. And I know what you're going to ask. How much of a menace is Alec Joan Crawford Baldwin really on set? Folks, he's got nothing on me. And some of you might not know who I am at all. And here's what I'll say to you. That's your story. Black Sable, one day, next day it goes into hot. But I'm here. Tuesday, you're tired and stuff. But I'm here. First you're another slow-eyed van. Then someone's mother. Then your cat. Then you courier. From courier to courier. I'm almost through my memoirs and I'm here. Haven't you? Who's this? Wow, what a looker you were! Or better yet, sorry. I thought you were who's this. Whatever happened to her? Good times and bum times, I've seen them all in my day. Still here. Plush velvet sometimes just pretzels and beer. But I'm here. I've run the gamut, A to Z. 3 cheers, damn it! C'est la vie! I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Christ knows, at least I was there, and I'm here. Look who's here. I'm still here. I'm having my one drink of the day. I'm an alcoholic, a recovered alcoholic. And I was sober for 22 years, long time. And I decided, because I'm well into my 80s, that I would have one drink a day, see if I could handle it. I was very curious. And so I keep this right next to my insulin. And that's what I have in a day. No more. One drink a day. Okay, Rob, I'm going out of my mind here. I got sort of a contract. It says, Elaine Stritch sings Sondheim, one song at a time. Dear Elaine, it was lovely to speak with you again last night. As discussed, we'd like to follow you the following 3 weeks at the Raz Room. I love the name of that, don't you? It sounds like pizzazz, you know? We got this tour coming up in the fall. There's 4 or 5 cities, and so far we're doing them. All right, Rob, we better get on it. Here she is, boys. Here she is, world. Here's... Hold your hats and hallelujah, Mama's gonna show it to you. Ready or not, shh, here comes Mama. Mama's talking loud, Mama's moving on, Mama's doing fine, Mama's getting hot, Mama's going strong, Mama's doing fine, Mama's gotta go, Mama's letting moves, Mama's gotta move, Mama's letting go. No. Fuck! I don't know why this is happening.
Elaine, you want to take your blood sugar?
No! Love is in the air. It's your own song.
I think you should.
All right. Oh my God. Get me some orange juice right away. And the prunes, wherever they are. Rob, I need the orange juice. hard enough to remember Sondheim's lyrics. When you don't have diabetes. But everybody's got a sack of rocks, as my husband used to say. One of the best lines in the world. Everybody should think of it. Okay, Rob, we better keep going. Come on, baby, you've got to. Step by step. I had a dream. I dreamed it for you, too. It wasn't for me. Wasn't for me, then where would you be, Miss Gypsy Rose Lee? Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gangway world, get off of my runway. Starting now, I bet 1,000 this time, boys. I'm taking the bows and everything's coming up rose. Everything's coming up roses. Everything's coming up roses. This time for me. No, for me. That's right, for me. Hold it. For me. For me. For me. For me. This time for me. It's lovely to be here in my birthplace of Detroit, Michigan. I was visiting with some family backstage before the show, and they brought me some photographs, and I thought I'd like to share them with you tonight. You don't mind, do you? No. Very good. Oh, there's no better picture of my parents than that. They're singing, Honey, honey, bless your heart, honey that I love so well. Some old song from years and years ago. I dreamed last night where the stars were shining bright, but my honey that I love so well. There wasn't a dry eye in the cocktail room, you know what I mean? Jesus. Yes, at a moment's notice, they would just break out in a song like that. Only took one martini apiece. It takes me two. Oh, that's a date with Kennedy. I met him at a cocktail party and I picked him up. Because he was too attractive to leave behind. And I said, "Do you want to go to dinner?" And he said, "Sure, I'd love to." And he called me up the next night, and we went out, and that was the next night with his whole family. And we had a good time, but there was no action after the second night. And so he dropped me off, and I said, "You want to come upstairs for a nightcap?" And I didn't have anything in mind. I had never slept with anybody before. I was a virgin until I was 30, you know. So he said, "If coming upstairs means listening to Glenn Miller records and eating scrambled eggs, I'm not interested." And I said, "Well, that's what it means." And so we got in his limo, he kissed me goodnight, got in his limo, and drove off. And I went upstairs and went in the elevator and I said, "Boy, that guy is going someplace." Because he knows how to lay it on the line And so do I. Oh, that's my husband, John, as Groucho Marx. He's a guy that looked more like Jack Kennedy than Groucho Marx, but he was a wonderful Groucho. Oh, yeah, there's John. I like that picture. Oh, that's when I went to Chicago to meet John's family for the first time. And I was so excited to learn that I could have muffins all the rest of my life. Bay's English muffins, everybody who gets them in New York from me for Christmas time, just remember. I met John at a rehearsal for a Tennessee Williams play. And I proposed to him. And he said yes. Well, he said in his best Jack Benny voice, "Why not?" He made me laugh. He made me happy, happy, happy. That is the closest person I've ever been to. And the one that I believed in the most. The one that I trusted the most. And the doctors called and told me he had brain cancer. I burst into a flood of tears on the telephone. You know those kind of tears that if you ever reach in a scene, you think, oh boy, that's good. That's the way I cried when John died. And then I cried, no more! Now, I don't want an award for this or anything, but I said, I gotta get going. I gotta see what I can find. Because I love being married. And I love being in love. And I loved all that. So where am I going to find that again? And I never did. I never did. Wonderful to be 87. I'm telling you, you could get away with murder. But I don't want to leave you on a sad note before I start the next song. You know, when I get sad about losing my husband 10 years, I find a song that's so right for singing about. And I say it to an audience every night. And it takes so much off my shoulders to be able to share that with others and maybe open doors for other people to feel about who they love. And that's the ticket, you know. It's what makes the work so sweet. This next song I'm going to sing for you is a song from Meet Me in St. Louis. It's a song sung by my good friend Judy Garland. A quick story about Judy Garland. She's one of the funniest women I ever knew. And we were together one night, her closing night at the Palace Theater, and we were up all night, knocking it back, doing that sort of thing, having the time of our lives. And she rose up to her full height in that orange sequin sheath with the slit up the side, you know. They used to call it her comeback dress, and she loved that. And she extended one hand, and she said, "Elaine, I never thought I'd say this, but good night." It's a cute story. With my high starch collar and my bright green tie and my hair piled high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, then I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, 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 clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. sing, sing when my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell. Sing it! Sing it, Rob! Sing it or you're fired. Well, I could feel the car shake. Wait till you hear the next line. The next line is this. The next line is, isn't this terrific? My standing up here, and I get to sing one glorious song after another, and I'm happy. If I forget my lyrics, fuck it! I'm happy! I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm singing these songs. The day I forget your name, we close. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name. I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Clock, clock, clock went the wheel. Stab, stab, stab went my heartstrings. And he started to leave. He took hold of his sleeve with his hand. And as if it were planned, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine till the end of the line. I get a little squeaky in my tummy before I go on stage. So I always have a swig of Fernet Branca. It's an Italian liqueur. It settles the stomach. I hope I have enough basic surety to celebrate the kind of, feeling crazy, I want to remember my words. Guess we just got to trust all those hours of rehearsal, right? It's what we got to do. It's what we've got to do, and we got to do it for the ladies who lunch here in New York. That's why we're here. I know those ladies. I love those ladies. Let's not forget them. Okay, good luck, sweetheart. When I was just a little girl, my mother used to tell me to go away, just didn't want me to be bothered, just get out of the house, go play. It was, I remember one time it was summer, and I killed enough flies to spell my name. Isn't that the scariest thing you've ever heard? I'm doing my billing at 7 with dead flies. Should have used fireflies and my name would have been in lights. Feel better when I work. You're protected in the theater with the prosceniums and the big stage and all those people you get to entertain. It's terrific. I don't think there's anything greater sissies. Getting old is not for sissies. And I never like that word old. I like older. I'm getting older every day, and so is everybody else, and so we're all going home. You might as well enjoy it, because there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Well, now I'm going to get off the stage. God's loving arms surround me. God's precious wisdom guides me. God's sheltering love protects me. God alone governs man and every fucking situation. I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Lounging in their caftans and planning brunch on their own. Off to the gym and to a fitting, claiming they're fat and looking grim because they've been sitting choosing a hat. Does anyone still wear a hat? I'll drink to that. Here's to the girls who stay smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing lost my speech. And that is scary. Now I'm in an ambulance, and I can't talk English, but I'm perfectly savvy. I know who I am. I know where I live. I know where I'm going. And I know I'm alone. And I don't get scared. I just get determined to get out of there. And I think it's because I've got so much on my plate. I've got so much in my future. And I gotta go ga 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 booty. This is me. Talking to the paramedics. And they're going, oh, sure, give me that shit. Been here for 2 days. What's the point of this story? The point of this is, here's the decision for the rest of my life. What are you doing the rest of your life? I'm not drinking. Because it's too much of a chance, and it's not worth it. My musical director, Rob Bowman, said the sweetest thing to me the other day. He said, I'm going to cut out my couple of drinks too. And I know that's his feelings for me. I know that's true. And it helps. All of that helps. This has been a big week in my life. And I'm a little scared. What scares me the most is drinking. Just drinking. Because it's such an escape. It's such a warm, inviting heaven. Yeah, someone said to me, what do you want on a desert island for the rest of your life? No contest. A bar. An open bar. Are you kidding me? I've been sober for 25 years. And since this last hospital experience, I'm slowing down a bit. But to sit and have one drink a day, it relaxes me. It takes the fear of diabetes out of me. All I want, I'm this little old lady who lives on the hill at the corner room of the Carlisle Hotel. All I want is a drink a day. Don't want to get drunk. Don't want to cause any trouble. Don't want to say fuck. Just want to drink a day. Anybody mind? Just a drink a day. One drink a day. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to make any more sacrifices. One drink a day. One drink a day. One drink a day. It doesn't work. Not when you want 11. And not when you find yourself shopping for wine glasses in the vase department of Bloomingdale's. There's something I've learned. You cannot be afraid. You cannot let your fear stop you from living your life. I cannot tell you what I would have done if I hadn't gotten out what was inside of me. I don't know what I would have done with it. I'll try not to drink, but shit! I'm angry about it. I'm going to sing you a song now. Now I want you to really listen to the lyrics of this song. I want you to watch me say this song to you. And I don't want you to remember me in this hospital room. It's like that prostitute said. Just stares. It's not the work. fast, it was meant to feel. I say, sail, tilt to the windmill, and if you fail, fail. Everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that, then maybe that's a sign. 9 times out of 10, lady, you are doing just fine. We just ripple. Come on, be brave. This time, a ripple. Next time, a wave. Sometimes you have to start small, climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says don't, everybody says can't, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world is made. I insist on miracles. If you do them miracles, there's nothing to them. I say don't be afraid. What about everybody? Never mind everybody. What about you? Don't you say don't. I don't have an encore. I just needed to get through that. That's all I needed to do. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming out. This was so wonderful. This was a little silly dream I had. I'm still talking like Elaine. You can see that I'm still doing it. I just had this idea for a show, and I've just been waiting for somebody to tell me to stop it. But it happened, and I love it, and I love all of your energy, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, Keith Rubin. Thank you, Nick Barnes in the booth. I'm not supposed to do this, I'm breaking protocol, but I'd like to thank my director, Zach Summerfield. He made me deal with emotions that I haven't dealt with since I was 13. Fuck you for that. And thank you to Kevin and the Pit and everybody for letting me put this on, and most of all for you.